All right, well, annual is done. What an awesome guy too. Wow. Kinda. That was interesting because not only did we do the annual on my plane, but he's an older gentleman, and I was asking him some questions, and he was kind of open about life and stuff, and very interesting. I learned a lot. Oh man, let me see, which way is that coming from? Yeah, that's a crosswind. We'll go. And Aero Estates, Yellow Experiment, I thought Bravo was going to back taxi runway 9, Aero Estates. Got left to right headwind here. Or left right crosswind, excuse me. And Aero Estates, Yellow Experiment A5 Bravo is going to be departing runway 9 and left turn out, Aero Estates. Looks like it's going to be kind of a rough trip back. The clouds are a lot more clouds. They're a little lower. We're still legal. Everything will be fine that way, but I had planned on doing a trip really far south, but I just want to get home. Sorry it's so loud. I wonder. I need to get another muff over this. Gonna get up to 2,000. Gonna get up to 2,000 and then level off. I am flying back into a headwind, so the trip back will be much longer than the trip there. Be about 30 minutes, it looks like. About 26 minutes getting down there, so I guess not too much, maybe 31 minutes. I just slowed down a little bit, so that'll probably change it. Yeah, we were just talking about how he barely missed the draft in World War II and all of his marriages. And so I asked him, I said, what's your biggest regret? And I don't think he'd mind me sharing it, but I think it's, you know, kind of taking relationships for granted, you know? Like, people that come in and out of your life, you kind of get used to them abandoning you. Like, they're there one day, and the next day they're not. And that was really like, listening to him talk about that was like, wow, you know what, you're right. I think this is why I keep myself, I don't really have a lot of friends or do a lot of stuff. I just keep my boys, my kids, that's about it, you know? Well, we're at 2,000, and put this nose down a little bit here, pick up some speed. Let's see, 55 knots. I gotta switch it to where it's in miles an hour. I hate knots in this plane. I'll show you guys really quick. So I got that little satchel down there, and I put my paperwork in there. Climbed up to 2200. But yeah, so I do that, and then I put my phone in that pocket. Sometimes people ask me, well, what do you run in your plane? And I've talked about it before, but I have the iPad mini with foreflight, and I have a Yaesu 550 radio connected to the top with an antenna, and then I have the Stratus 3, and now it's getting bumpy. This is a really bad area too. You can see there's almost nothing for me. I'd have to turn back that way if I had an issue right now. Those little fields aren't big enough, I don't think. But we'll see. You see the clouds are much thicker than they were when we came. So we'll see. We've got 52 knots over the ground. Airspeed's almost 70. I get back down to 2,000. Actually, I like it up here when I do this intentionally usually when I'm going over these areas of trees like this. So I'm always scared I'm going to drop my phone too, because you know if you drop it, it just goes outside. Just goes out there with the rest of the fishes. Whenever I'm flying, I like make sure I'm on track and I look for something really far away and I think, okay, well I'm going to fly to that, and that way I don't have to think about it too much. But on my way down here, there was water, a body of water, and now I'm flying back to just barren land. Alright, we got some fields here, so I'm going to get back down. When the weather's like this, I'm not the only one flying, so people are going to be staying legal, staying 500 below the clouds. Definitely rough. You don't see it in the GoPros. GoPros do a really good job of making it look like everything's, you know, pretty set, but it's rough. Got somebody out there in front of me about 10 miles, same altitude, but they're heading that way, so. Alright, we're gonna get down a little bit and see if it's a little smoother. I saw the turbulence warning when I turned my iPad on, but I don't know, it said high. It says high turbulence, not low turbulence, so. But obviously that translates, you know, kind of gives you an idea. Getting a lot of thermals. I'm getting a lot of lift kind of out of nowhere. Definitely wasn't the best day to go do this, but I need to get it done because you only have until the end of the month of your annual. And yeah, it's like the 20-somethingth, so it was time to get her done. All those guys are having fun down there, down in Livingston. I would like to do longer trips like that. I think when it's cold, it's a little more difficult. Like, I really need gloves right now. My fingers are freezing. And obviously the winds, you know, it's always different elements, but I think a spring, early fall trip, like long trip would be really awesome. I planned on doing a bunch of stuff like that, but I've been trying to find a job and worried about other stuff, you know, so I haven't really done too much thinking on that, but got a little bit more of a headwind here, a little lower. forest area, so now there's going to be a lot more fields and stuff. So that in itself is worth the headwind, you know. And I do know I have a headwind, so if I have an issue, I'm going to try to find something right here, something I can go straight on at, you know. That way I don't have to make a bunch of decisions. And I always take note of things like, for example, there's power lines, a big set of power lines up there. And so I'm going to factor that in. As a matter of fact, if I had an issue right now, the field I would land in is just beyond the power line, so I'd like have to make my approach above them and then slam her down and get her braked and hope for no barbed wire fence. You know, that's something people don't think about a lot, but there's a lot of like fences in the fields. You know, if you get close to it, obviously you can't make a decision. You don't have an engine, you gotta land there. Just hope it doesn't come through the plane, I guess. Alright, so now I'm over that field, so I got a nice one over there. Might be a little low for that one though. And you know, if this is your first video watching, I talk a lot in videos about emergency landings because we should think about that, you know? We have engines that aren't exactly, you know, like your car engine, the two-stroke, you know, you mix oil in it and stuff. So I always am prepared, and it's not a fear thing, because I don't live my life in fear of this engine turning off. I just live my life prepared, knowing where I'm going to land if that does happen. And you know, if it does happen, it's really not that big of a deal. Just get in the field and then call Ray, and call your Ray, don't call my Ray. My Ray stays busy. But, yeah, call a buddy with a trailer or a mechanic if it's someone's private property that they'll let you fly out of, and just get it fixed and get it out of there, you know? No big deal. Not the end of the world. Man, my hands are cold. I almost want to do the whole... go the sleeve hand. I think getting an extra muff for this might actually help. I have one too somewhere. I don't know, it might be too small. I have to order another muff. And that way it gets rid of some of that engine noise. And then I know people comment, oh, engine noise, it's annoying. Listen, I don't make movies. I'm just making YouTube videos for people who are bored and might be interested in buying an airplane like the Challenger 2 or a Kolb or a Rans or something, you know? So, I don't know. There is somebody right over here at my altitude narrowing in on me. And I don't have ADS-B out, so they can't see me. I can see them. So I'll be the one to be aware before they see the little yellow monster.
Most definitely.
Hello, hello? They're awfully close. I got a kind of a tailwind out of nowhere, so then I had to pull the throttle back because I was over speeding. Ah, there they are. Got them. Oh, got them. Feels good when you find them, you know? Then you're like, yes, I can proceed on course. I hate going to this channel. Everybody and their mom is on this channel. Except for right now, I guess. And Rockamoo, Yellow Experiment 5 Bravo is 5 miles southeast, going to be crossing over midfield, entering the left downwind for runway 36, Vakamu. Alright, we'll start our descent here a little bit, get down to about 1500. In Vakamu, Yellow Experiment 5 Bravo is going to be crossing over midfield, entering the left downwind for 36 Vakamu.
Guys, I'm pausing the audio for a second. You see right here, I look at my iPad because it turns red, and I realize that only 600 feet above me is a Cirrus SR20 that I had noticed before, but I thought it was climbing. If you look down there, you can see the shadow just going right over top of me. Definitely a scary situation, and always be aware. That's why the iPad is nice to have. And I also took this out because I cussed, so sorry about that.
Wow, I'm glad I wasn't up there still.
Gainesville, air traffic, train 210 on the Delta. 6 mile final runway, 36 Gainesville.
And Vakamu, Yellow Experiment 5 Bravo is left downwind, 36 Vakamu. And Vakamu, 5 Bravo is base final, 36 Vakamu. And there's a dog, or a deer, a female deer. Oh, look at this truck. This will be interesting for him. Alright guys, well that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. It'd be really cool if you're watching this still, if you could subscribe, because 1,000 subscribers is pretty cool. For someone like me, I guess, who doesn't do it professionally. But I do have I was thinking about doing a 1,000th subscriber giveaway situation, like with a wood sign thing I make. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'll have to show you guys. But anyways, if you haven't yet, like the video, comment, and then, because when you comment, it helps the algorithm. Alright guys, until next time, thank you. Subscribe.